Hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and as you can see from the glaring sunlight, we are back with Farlight Explorers. This is our third having a look at this thing, and as you can see, some things have changed. We have some automation happening now, and of course as soon as I say that, everything just sort of stops moving. Okay, there we go. What else we got going on? Well, let's start with some simpler automation. Now, this was originally where I put the copper extractor, and all I've done is put a robotic arm so that every time it activates, well, we have, it's not all we've done, of course. We're using 2 solar generators with an inline battery to power it so that it does run, I believe it makes it through the entire night. And then basically, as you can see here, the arm simply picks it up out of there, throws it on the conveyor belt. When the other arm gets a piece, he picks it up and sticks it in the furnace. And we get ourselves zwart. Well, lasers have to have a zwart noise, man. And what we end up with, happily enough, out of this particular arrangement, is, well, as you can see, a reasonable number of copper ingots pre-made, ready to go. Bob's your uncle. So, this one over here, which actually gets our iron, I currently only have set up to mine. So, there you go. And as you can see, same thing. So, single solar cell here because it's not running a furnace. And a battery just to make sure it doesn't quit on us. And we can manually go in here and look at that, it's hanging on to 104 of those for us, so nice. And I also have one going for coal. Now at the moment the only thing I have running off of coal, the coal one's way over there. Let me just get rid of these and I have an idea of how many of them are actually coming down at night. The coal one, same thing, just got a cell, a battery, so you can see. Oh yeah, as I was saying, the only thing I'm actually currently running off of coal is do not do that. It only takes a couple of hits with either your mining laser or your weapon to wreck something and then not even realize it. Like, you can be breaking one of those rocks and have a beam go by. They don't have a limit. They are, after all, light. Right, so they will continue on to the end of the map. Here's a turret I've installed just to help with meteors coming down on the property, and it runs off of this coal power plant. Again, let me light up my thingy here. Bzwart, bzwart. Alright. As does this turret here. I get really tired of my food base getting taken out almost nightly by meteors, so I thought a couple of turrets would do the trick. Now, moving on. I am getting into the first stage of development for our spaceship. Now, I have here a furnace, which I'm using for such complex tasks as you can see, making iron bars. Yes, indeed. And it's doing a honky-donkey job of it. Here I have a storage container. In that storage container currently, as you can see, are copper bars. And the reason for that is because what I'm currently doing, and well, what this guy's doing actually, this robotic arm, is taking the copper bars and doing a terrible job of putting way too many of them down here, where this, which is our stamping machine, or press, bangs them into flat plates. Then this guy picks up the flat plates, drops them on this belt, which gets picked up by this guy, and occasionally he drops other things too. Because it's not quite controlled yet, you can see how many of these he ends up stacking here. Now it was a little better. I had the furnace here, and I was actually having it make steel, or the steel plant here, and I had it taking the steel out. Well, they cooked it slow enough that you didn't end up with this huge racks of these things. Now as soon as this door opens and it stamps, it's going to get, see, it got a couple that were already in there, and now the robotic arm is going to grab that one. and it'll eventually work its way over to this storage box, where, as you can see, we've managed to get quite a collection of them. But what we do have as well, which is important, is steel plates. And the reason that one's flickering is this is another, whenever he's not, copper plates. Now, the reason this one is flickering is because whenever he's not getting something from the belt, and this is how you have to space them. If I move either of these units one thing away, unfortunately he won't reach it, he'll drop it on the ground. But because he can reach inside it, he'll continuously pick something up. So if there's nothing to grab off the belt, you see he'll come out with a steel plate. Yeah, he's just moving the same steel plate back and forth. And I take it we have actually run out here now. So the next step we will need is what's called a gear press, and it's very much like this unit, but I needed 50 steel plate and 50 copper plate to make it. So I think this guy just randomly opens and closes every once in a while. Just let me whip back. Ooh, I was going to say grab some oxygen before it gets dark. Not that it matters. I have enough batteries that even with everything running as it is, they do last me the night. So that's 3 batteries, and it's keeping this entire base running, not a problem. And if we look across, you can see that we don't have an electrical symbol over there, which means that thing is still running because it has the battery as well. I don't know if it makes it through the entire night. I guess we should eat while we're here. Chomp, 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 and we are at full happy, happy, joy, joy, everything. This guy, however, I do not battery power, because all it does is makes us food, which we're actually doing pretty darn good at. In fact, the reason I have 2 extra entire stacks on me as opposed to in storage is because the storage cube I was using is full. Now this also was not here the last time. And what this is, I love the bright green rings under your lasers to let you know they're active. And they are running, as I say, off of this coal plant back here. In fact, we should have a look because we don't want it running out at night. 29 coal, that'll certainly get it through. Anyway, back to this device. This is your lab, and what this allows you to do is the research. When you go into your tab and you go to here, you have research, okay? Now, you can research these without a lab, but it takes a heck of a long time. You get 1 research point per tick, or whatever the heck it is, okay? That's interesting, and then tab goes through it. Oh, press escape. If we use this, though, you can see that what I've got going on here, power needed, researching, improved consumption 1. That's what I'm currently researching. And I'm at 424 of 500 points, or 82%. And you'll see a research rate of 6 to 7 per minute, right? As opposed to 1 per minute, which is what you get if you don't have a science lab. So yeah, so far I have researched a couple of things. I have boosts to, I believe, our mining production and how quickly we can smelt things. So there you go, a handy dandy little device. And yeah, you just have to put an electrical connection to it to make it work. No water required. So there you go, there's that thing. Yeah, and our sleeping solar cells. Alright, so yeah, I just wanted to, as you see, 2 of our batteries are down to half power, 1 is still full, and I should think that morning will be upon us fairly soon. And here we go, you can see this furnace is still cooking along. You can see the laser going off in the background. Very cool. But yeah, you can, you see the laser going off on that one as well, the big bright red glow. Yeah, that's how they actually mine their great big red lasers. So, and there we go. Morning time, as I said, so I get half a charge into 2 of the batteries and a full charge on the other one, and that's running 1 furnace and this entire system here. Although I guess the press wasn't doing much. But you'll see this guy will just keep spinning that same steel plate round and round and round until I actually take everything out of here. So if we do that, oh, did he get it? Yeah, now you see he has actually come to a stop because there's nothing left to play with. So yeah, but so nothing tricky about the press. You just have to remember to run conveyor right through it. So yeah, I'm hoping with a, see how this one's working all right without him being right in it. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the deal is because it's like sometimes they do fit on, sometimes they don't. You know, and in this case I couldn't get that thing to sit where he would get at it and still get at the belt. Maybe I need to run one more belt, then place him, then place the box. Maybe that's the deal, is you've got to have two belts between it to work properly. That could well be, because I've got the furnace working over here. And, you know, you can see that when he comes out, he's not bringing anything with him. And he stops, even though there are things in here he could grab. So, seems to work. But yeah, this is, I guess basically this is what I wanted to show you guys, was how you could do some of the basic automation. Now next time around we are going to add the final device that will allow us to build a spacecraft, because here's what we're aiming for, right? If we go to spaceship, I believe the first thing that we require is a core. And a core ship module requires 50 steel plates, 50 steel, and 50 steel gears. So we need to build the final piece of the puzzle, which is, if we go to production, a hydraulic gear press. And as I said, we needed 50 copper plate and 50 iron plate. So we had to make this hydraulic press first. Right? I do actually have enough now. 50 iron plate. Oh, I think I have steel plate. I'll have to make some iron plates. But, so yeah, 50 iron plates and 50 copper plates. And then we can make the next device that's required. So what I probably want to do here is, ooh, where are you? Is throw 50 ingots into here and get this started up. What do we got? We've got 25. Oh. Apparently, I pressed tab instead of F. And I got my inventory. Oh, right, that is a straight inventory. I was expecting to see a machine loading thing, but of course, that is just a straight inventory. And here we go. They will now make castane iron plates. Of course, he'll keep picking up other things and moving them back and forth, but yeah. We have a start to that. And what are you doing? Anything important? Oh, you got some more of these. We do need these. We'll throw that in there. So as you can see, I am still doing some of it manually, but it's because I am still figuring out how to do it. I don't have a, you know, sort of perfect recipe down. As I said, this was actually the steel mill before I had, you know, needed something other than steel plate, right? So this was put in afterwards. When I pulled the steel mill out, I managed to put that in and just loaded it up with the ingots to make the copper plates and now the iron plates. So, but as you can see, ingots get through there, and one just went here, so it's not terribly efficient the way I've got it set up at the moment. Alright, so yeah, give me those ingots. Quit putting them in there. Quit putting ingots in. Thank you. Doesn't matter, he'll, as long as he keeps getting them, he'll keep putting them in. But oh well. So out of however many have fed through there so far, he's already missed like, you know, 12 of them or something. So not great. Not in particular, dude. Yeah. Oh, there's a couple arms. I can move those out. Yeah, see, there's the steel foundry, or steel factory, right? As I said, I had to take it out of the system. So, and I suppose I should try and get rid of some of this junk. junk, he calls it. It's necessary stuff. I actually should just build some more of these storage things. I'm going to need them. And try and keep my inventory a little clearer because nothing I need is in there. Let's try this one. Okay, we've got lots of space for these guys. And over to this one. Oh, that's my full food one. Obviously I gotta deal with that. You, man. You can have this weird cube thing. I just got to figure out why water tanks don't fit properly into the water system and air tanks don't fit properly into the air system. You can, like I say, you can sort of cheat it, you know, like put them close to each other, and for some reason both the air and the water tanks fill up. And then if you put an exhaust type nozzle thingy on them, you can get it back out again, but I don't know. As for actually connecting, they just don't seem to actually do that. And that, I do believe, yep, is all the inventory space we managed to free up. I think for the size of those, should maybe be able to put a little bit more in them. Because, I mean, they're freaking enormous, man. Alright, and the sun's just about to go back down. So, how are you doing? You making me to iron plates, man? Yeah, see, so far not very quick. And again, it's because of the inefficiency of the system to keep missing on these and that sort of thing. But I think, like I said, what I probably need to do... Oh, you don't have any left, is that your issue? Is figure out how to more effectively set up these conveyors and robotic arms and such. I don't think there's anything I can do about the way this press works, and I know that the developer has been told about it and is steadily working on things. He's doing an awesome job. I mean, a single developer type of deal, so yeah, what we're getting here is just brilliant. So I think that's going to do it for this time, guys. Too bad these didn't end up going off, because they're pretty neat. They don't make any like pew 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 sound, but if you go over to this side of it where it ejects the cartridges, these big fat brass cartridges come popping out and go ting 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 as they bounce off the concrete foundation. It's pretty cool. Anyway, if you like the series, please hit that like button, guys. Costs you nothing and means the world to me. So, oh, by the way, walls, you'll notice something here. Okay, I have a turret on the other side of that. And if I can do the proper floaty thing, no, missed it. Quickly run around here before the sun quite peaks over the edge. But as you can see, you can pass wires directly through walls. Really cool, eh? I'm sure the same thing will work for water pipes. So stuff that you need outside, like your gardens, if you've got a wall, you can have your garden out here, no problemo. So there you go, guys. That's going to do it for this episode. Again, please hit the like button. Feel free to share and favorite and do all that happy stuff. And, well, hope you're enjoying the series. Ooh, that freaked me out. Till next time, take care of each other, folks, and ciao for now. Oh boy, I better eat something. It's starved to death here yapping so much. Bye-bye.